Welcome to BuzWurthy, your resource for intelligent and engaging content, where we stimulate thought and foster understanding through the vivid lens of cutting-edge science. We're here to direct you towards insightful knowledge and practical techniques that will invigorate your mind's potential like never before. So strap in, prepare for an epic journey, and let's dive into today's game-changing topic. In this world of unlimited possibilities, it is a tragedy to live an ordinary life when you can be extraordinary. Every human being possesses an untamed spirit, a force of immense potential that craves to break the boundaries, shatter the norms, and pioneer the unexplored. However, what often holds us back are the limitations we willingly accept. Mental barriers ingrained by habit or societal expectations have the power to stifle our true potential, to muzzle our spirit. As a result, our lives, though comfortable, become mundanely predictable. But what if we told you you have the power to rise above this average existence? That's right. What if you could delve deeper and denser into the mind, unlock treasures of dormant abilities, and unleash your full capacity? It may sound like something out of a fantasy novel, but trust, the magic is real. And that magic is held within you. It is you. So if you are ready to break free from your comfort zone, to challenge the status quo, and to venture on a mind-bending journey towards an extraordinary life, then this is your platform. Propel yourself into a new paradigm where being average is not an option. Unlock the door to your untamed spirit, rise above average, and embody your full potential. All right, let's dive headfirst into an ocean of introspective wisdom with our first powerful tool, mindful metacognition. It's not as complex as it sounds. To put it simply, metacognition is thinking about thinking. It's the objective analysis of our thought processes and understanding why we think the way we do. But what adds the depth to it is the element of mindfulness. Now, mindfulness might seem like a trendy buzzword, but it's a simple practice that has achieved time-honored veneration. It's about living in the now, in this very moment, and paying attention to our senses, emotions, thoughts, and the world around us. When we combine mindfulness with metacognition, it becomes a force to be reckoned with. So how can you practice mindful metacognition in your daily routine? Well, start by stepping into each day, appreciating the precarious beauty of the now. Take a moment to breathe deeply, feel the air filling your lungs, observe your surroundings and your presence within it. It's as if you're waking up into the existence and acknowledging your conscious awareness. This is the practice of mindfulness, living every moment fully awake and not autopiloting through life. Now we integrate this mindfulness into our thought process, the metacognition part. During the day, whenever you find yourself in a challenging situation or a stressful mood, instead of reacting impulsively, take a pause. Observe the thoughts swirling in your mind. Visualize them as objects floating in space. Instead of getting carried away by them, maintain an observer's perspective and ask yourself, why am I thinking this way? What led me to this thought? Are these thoughts beneficial or detrimental? This sounds simple, but it offers profound insights into our mental makeup, our habits, biases, and triggers. With time and practice, you'll start thinking about your thinking in a streamlined manner and make decisions mindfully rather than on autopilot. But it doesn't end here. Mindful metacognition is not just about self-awareness, it's also about control. Once you understand how your thoughts form, you can then begin to guide your thought processes towards more positive outcomes, towards thoughts that serve you and your objectives. This is like steering a rudderless ship towards a lighthouse of clarity, stability, and productivity. Here's a practical exercise. Schedule 2 10-minute intervals in your day. 1 in the morning when you first wake up, the second before you sleep at night. In these 10 minutes, just sit quietly without any distractions. Breathe. Pay attention to your thoughts without judging them. Ask questions to yourself about why certain thoughts are dominating your mind. This is your quality time with your thoughts. The aim here is not to stop thinking, but to observe these thoughts without bias or judgment. This mindfulness exercise brings clarity to your thought patterns, and you'll start noticing recurring thoughts. It might be a fear, a recurring situation, or an individual. Take note of these thoughts without associating any positive or negative feeling with it. This is especially hard with thoughts of fear or stress, but remember to just observe, nothing else. As time passes, you'll get better at recognizing these thought patterns. And the next step is to question such recurring thoughts, identify their origin, their triggers, and what they lead to. This is where the real magic of metacognition begins, because you will start to understand why you think the way you do. And once you know the why, you can then control the how. Like how to change that negative thought into a positive one, how to handle stress triggers, how to overcome impulsive decisions you used to make due to reactive thoughts, As the pathway of your thoughts become clear to you, it becomes easier to reroute your thought highway. Imagine living each day with a clear, conscious mind, making decisions that align with your objectives, and reacting in a controlled, mindful manner. Create a life of your choice, rather than one dictated by circumstances. Remember, the first step towards change is always the hardest. Once you overcome inertia, each step becomes a stride towards liberating your mind from negativity, self-doubt, and passivity. You transform into an active participant in your own life, steering the journey instead of being a passenger. After all, life isn't about finding yourself. It's about consciously creating your best self. Quick note, if you're finding value in this content, kindly tap the like button, feel free to subscribe, and leave a comment down below for the community. We'd love to hear from you, and we appreciate you. Let's discuss the second key in this series of mind mastery techniques: neuroplasticity leveraging. Sounds like a Jedi mind trick, yeah? Well, let's decode this term. Neuroplasticity refers to the brain's adaptability to change and restructure its neural connections in response to learning, adapting, and trauma. Essentially, the brain reshapes and remodels itself, much like clay being molded by an artist's hands. This remarkable ability of our brain makes learning new skills, adapting to new environments, and overcoming trauma inherently possible. Now, consider harnessing this inherent brain power to achieve ultimate success in life. Let's delve into this. The easiest way to tap into neuroplasticity is by undertaking new, challenging activities. When you learn something new, you create or reinforce deeper neural pathways in your brain. Each repetition ingrains this learning deeper, making the neural pathways stronger. Think of a forest trail here. The more frequently you walk down a trail, the clearer and more accessible it becomes. This is the same with neural pathways. So the more you repeat an action or thought, the stronger that neural pathway becomes for it. So how to apply this? Challenge is the key word. Your brain thrives on engaging activities. Anything new that requires mental effort, such as learning a musical instrument, picking up a new language, or even trying out chess, is excellent food for your brain. Always remember, the harder the challenge, the better it is for promoting neuroplasticity. But along with mental challenges, it's crucial to take care of physical activities as well. Regular exercising, specifically aerobic exercises, have proven to accelerate brain plasticity. Additionally, proper nutrition and sleep are equally important for maintaining optimal brain health. Here's a fun everyday practice to trigger your neuroplasticity. Swap your daily routines once in a while. Use your non-dominant hand to brush your teeth or do daily chores. Try a different route to work. These small changes help in forming new neural connections. In a nutshell, to leverage the power of neuroplasticity, keep learning new things, challenge your mind frequently, take care of your physical health, and occasionally mix up your routine tasks. Don't let your brain go into default mode. Instead, keep it busy and keep it thriving. This mental prowess eventually will flow into all aspects of your life, unlocking your untapped potential, transforming not only your thoughts but your life as a whole. It's one thing to know that we can change, and another to actually act on it. So let's stop living on autopilot and channel the brain's inherent power to shift gears, change courses, and surge towards success. Because to truly 3x your game, your mind must become the agile, adaptable frontrunner it is destined to be. All right, let's recap. So far, we've delved into the depths of mindful metacognition, the art of stepping outside our thoughts and observing them with neuroplasticity. Now, as we tread forward on this cognitive journey, we're about to unveil the final game-changing technique, a compelling skill that holds the power to redesign not just our thought patterns, but our entire life narrative. Are you ready? Well, let's get it. Cognitive reframing. Cognitive reframing involves changing the way we look at things, the way we interpret situations or emotions. In essence, changing our frame of reference. Think of it this way. If you always look at a picture through the same old dented frame, with time, the frame becomes the picture, and we forget to see the beauty of the painting itself. But what happens if you replace that dented frame with a new frame? The picture remains the same, but it's the frame, our perspective, that has changed, transforming how we interpret the painting. That's what cognitive reframing is all about. It's about finding a positive perspective to a potentially negative or stressful situation, changing the way you feel about it, altering your habitual thinking patterns, all to elevate your mental well-being. So, how do we bring about this profound shift in our mindset? It is not about ignoring or suppressing negative emotions or difficulties. That in itself would be a form of denial. Instead, cognitive reframing encourages us to face our challenges, but view them with a different lens, a positive lens. A simple, proactive exercise for practical implementation of this technique involves a journal. Whenever you find yourself dwelling on a negative thought or an emotional setback, write it down. Then, actively attempt to reframe it in a positive light. For instance, if you're feeling upset because you made a mistake at work, instead of devolving into self-criticism, reframe your thoughts. Accept that you made a mistake, then view it as an opportunity for learning, personal growth, and better performance in the future. This small shift in perspective reduces distress, builds resilience, and enhances your control over your thoughts and emotions. While it sounds simple, remember that it's not about surface positivity or naivete, it's about a genuine, deep-seated psychological shift in your thought processing. Integrating cognitive reframing into your life demands conscious effort. It's like learning a new language. It needs practice, consistency, and time. Initially, it may seem awkward and forced, but as we persist, it starts becoming a part of our natural thought process. Adopting cognitive reframing doesn't mean eliminating all unconscious negative thoughts that are a part of human nature. It simply means acknowledging them and then choosing a positive, adaptive response. In doing so, we create a new narrative, a narrative that empowers and enlightens, rather than belittles and burdens. And it's not just about individual thoughts or instances. When you start to broadly reshape your perspective in positive hues, you gradually transform your overall life outlook. From viewing life as a series of problems to be solved, you begin to see it as a journey of growth, lessons, and opportunities. Remember, reality is subjective, based on individual perceptions, experiences, and interpretations. Cognitive reframing in that sense is about taking control of this reality. It's about choosing to perceive the world in a way that empowers you, supports you, inspires and drives you towards growth and success. And there you have it, friends, the trifecta of mind mastery: mindful metacognition, neuroplasticity leveraging, and cognitive reframing. Tangible tools rooted in the very foundations of modern neuroscience. These are not merely theoretical concepts, but practical, workable strategies designed to supercharge your mental performance on a day-to-day basis. The living proofs of these techniques are visible in everyday achievers: the students who ace their academics, the professionals who make their mark, the thriving innovators, the artists creating ripples with their imagination, and now these time-tested, powerful tools are in your hands. Take a moment to appreciate the magnitude of this potential transformation. You are at the cusp of a journey that doesn't demand you to seek some abstract power or find some mystical wisdom. You are not searching to grasp the elusive. What lies before you are fundamental truths about your mind, approachable and accessible, backed by modern science, and proven by centuries-old wisdom. When you leverage the power of these tools, tailor them to your uniqueness, adapt them to your circumstances, and weave them into the tapestry of your life, that's when the real transformation begins. That's when you will feel the surge of previously untapped potential, the clearing of mental fog, and the awakening of your true and extraordinary self. With each passing day, with each applied technique, and each conquered challenge, you will 3x your game. You will tap into the powerhouse that is your mind, and in doing so, you will leave a trailblazing mark on this world. We wish you luck on this enlightening journey. Remember, when you set your mind to it, there's nothing you can't achieve. Stay informed, stay in the know, stay well, and always stay buzzworthy.